Shalom, Israel. Shalom. Y'all by Shimmy y'all shot back thumb to all the brothers out there. Shalom, y'all Shema thumb by Shimmy y'all shot to all the sisters. This is Isupk New Orleans, coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Honor. And our job is to educate blacks, Hispanics, and Latinos and First Nation people about their true heritage. A heritage that was stolen from us, way back in the 1600s, And, you have a lot of people that do believe that the people that's off in Israel as we speak are God chosen people, but they are not. God chosen people is walking around the streets every day. The people you see in poverty, the people you see in the prison system, people you see in the ghettos, the barrios, the reservation. Those are God's chosen people. The downtrodden. How can you be God's chosen people and you basically you rich, wealthy, you wealthy, you hold power, you hold position. That's not in the scriptures. These curses was gonna follow God's people all the days of their life. And they're not going through anything. Those people, those Yiddish people over there in Israel, they're not going through anything. But that black man, that black woman going through something. The Hispanic man, the Hispanic woman going through something. The Latino man, Latino woman going through something. That First Nation man, First Nation woman, they going through something, and it's never ending. It keeps going on and on and on. That because we're the chosen people of God, our most high power. We His chosen people. We are serving out our punishment under Him. But as you see, it's getting time. I know a lot of for us, the ISPK. We just finished, Feast of Purim. We just did Feast of Purim, while the rest of the world was out there celebrating St. Valentine's Day. I want to thank the Most High on General Thunderbar, teaching us the real history behind St. Valentine's Day. I think it was called Lucernia, and it was a bloody, real ritualistic, sex driven, holidays, just like any other day of heathen holidays. This has something to do with animal sacrifice, drinking of blood, picking out a girl, and having sex with her and all that. That's what you celebrate. And and the Most High do not like it. Like you go to let me see. So you go to Amos 5:21. He said, I despise your feast days, and we're not smelling your solemn assemblies. So why y'all's out there buying balloons, buying chocolates, buying buying this and buying that just to prove your love for that one day? When you deal with this person every day, you're supposed to love that person every day. What's so special about that one day? Let them not come in there with no candy and a couple $100 where you can go shop till you drop. Hey, you think about getting rid of them, put them out and place them with somebody else. Or some women, they go around collecting from men, all they men. They got about 6 or 7 men. So they making about 6 or 7 stops. So that's how destroyed of a people we are, that our women act like that. Let me see, we can go to, let me see. Zephaniah 2:1. And Zephaniah 2:1, it reads, gather yourselves together, Yea, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. You know, and we're a nation not desired. That's why we are latching on to this oppressor. You know, that's what they latching on to. Isupk ain't latching on to nobody but the Most High. But this what they latch on to. Everything the oppressor come up with, anything. Instead of them turning to the Most High, you know, they turn to their oppressor. You know, Stockholm syndrome. They love their oppressor more than they love their own brothers and sisters. You know, they'll follow anything they got, but the minute the priests and prophets come out there try to tell them something, they turn them. They won't have an ear to hear, but they'll hear their oppressor. They think we just you know, some kind of just claiming on to something that's not ours. No, we taking back our heritage. No, we taking back our heritage. They can't have it anymore. Because there's gonna come a time what we're gonna be called after the Africans, you know, say, hey, you know, we're gonna be called African American. No, well, we are African, we are from Africa and we are Americans, you know. So what they gonna call us then? So we already using, they already got us called African Americans. So what they gonna call us now? We don't what? Went through black, color, Negro, you know, Afro American, Negro, and all that old mess. Now African American. What are we gonna be next? You know, have no idea. You know, like I said, you need to get together with your people and start celebrating these holidays. Start celebrating the holidays of the Lord. Like I said, we had the Feast of Purim. You know, Israel celebrate that. You know, the nation, Isupk nation. You know, we celebrate that. That's our high holidays. That's the holidays that make us feel good because they are of the Most High power. You know, the oppressor did not, you know, he did not approve this holiday. You know, the Most High did. You know, all because of Mordecai and his queen Esther. You know, save Israel. You know, like I said, we have some so hardcore brothers also have some hardcore sisters. You know, they use wisdom. You know, and that's the thing about it. You need to start coming back. You know, if I get a chance to talk to anybody, you know, tell them about this good message. You know, and I know it's hard to tell a Christian something. You'll have a better chance talking to somebody who ain't never been to church at all or read the Bible at all than you will a Christian, because they will walk. You know, you go to pull out the scripture on, they run it. You know, say the devil flee when no man pursue. No, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear what thus says the Lord. They want to tell you can't celebrate this holiday. You can't celebrate that holiday. But we do it for the children. We do it for the children. Man, them kids will be all right. You can take all that away from the children and start letting them celebrate these high holidays. They have just as much as fun. And we'll all be one nation. Like I said, gather yourselves together. Oh, they should not desire. They do not desire us. They don't. They love to see us follow these holidays because they know they're getting close, but you getting away from your God, and this is what they want. Can't you see the prophecies coming true? You know, the prophecies coming true. You know, we go to Matthew 24:6. In Matthew 24:6, and it reads, "And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." So just like how Russia surrounded the Ukraine, And you got to buy and say, hey, you attack one NATO country just like you attacking them all. See, don't even let that trouble war break out. It break out. You just come to your, call your local ISUBK and find out, and find out what you need to be doing. And it is coming to the Most High. Start following these laws, statute, commandments, because the oppressor know he has very little time, and the stage has been sick. It's been sick. You think Russia finna, Putin finna just turn around, tuck tail? No, that ain't Putin. Putin ain't finna tuck tail. He finna go through with this. If it's war, then it's war. But you don't be troubled by that, because this gotta happen. This has to happen. This, this is prophecy. This war has to go down. World War III has to happen. Because the Most High done brought the oppressor all the way up. The most powerful man, most powerful people in the world. They have access all over the world. Just for the Most High to bring them all the way down to his knees. That's why he up so high and we down so like the Most High gonna show his power. Most High brought him up. He said, he said in the scriptures that, we don't follow these laws, statutes, commandments. The stranger that is with thee will get up very high, and we shall get down very low. So this war has to happen for the scriptures to come true. Just like he brought up Pharaoh, made Egypt great, just to destroy it. They got invaded by everybody. They even got invaded by Napoleon. I mean, when Napoleon went over there and he saw those faces of statues with the broad nose and thick lips, he couldn't believe that this was black people, a dark race of people on this land. So he started having his soldiers shoot at the faces. That's why if you show you see on TV and they show the seven wonders of the world, you see them faces like they part of their face knocked off there because Napoleon shot them off. He's how the heck a nigga owned this land? Was over this. He couldn't believe it. He was just in utter astonishment. But this but like I said, this war has to happen. They scared. You don't be afraid. You don't even let this bother you, because this has to happen. You concentrate on following these laws, statutes, commandments, and do what you told. Be obedient. Keep your nose to the grindstone, because it's happening. It's happening. This war is going to happen. There's no time for peace talk. Anytime you amass 130,000 troops surrounding one area, you pass peace talk. There ain't no peace talk. It's gonna go down. See, they're the one that's scared. They read these scriptures. They read these scriptures. He trying to Biden trying to sell wolf tickets. But he just don't know. Putin ain't none of Gorbachev. Putin ain't none of Gorbachev. Gorbachev don't have no. Putin don't have no problem going to war. He don't have a problem at all. So that's why I said, don't let this bother. Don't you be scared, because it's got to happen. This is part of the scriptures that was told unto us by the prophets. So this has to happen. So you won't let this bother you. You just going on about your life. I'm gonna go to Revelations 2:9. Revelation 29 reads, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. He say, no, Most High say, hey, I know your works, your tribulations, and poverty, but we rich. You know why he say you're rich? Because we have him. And anything we ask of him, we can have. But you gotta come back. You gotta start following these law, statutes, commandments. He say, we're doing bad, you may seem like we're doing bad, but we are so rich. We are the richest people in this world. Because we have the most power on our side. If he with us, who can be against us? No one. So, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them will say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Okay, let's go and get into this them Jewish people. I remember reading myself, whenever a child turned 8 days old and they had a circumcision, and the rabbi performed the circumcision, then further let you know something wrong with that rabbi, because he's sucking the baby's penis, get the blood out, and then and in turn some babies start catching herpes from the rabbis. So they let you know what kind of people they are. They know what you doing with herpes. What are you doing with herpes? And what you doing with your mouth on that baby? My baby's around anyway. There's always a thing with them. They molesting little boy, molesting kids and stuff. And instead of dealing with them, they just send them to another parish. Send them off somewhere else. They just very few of them that have been dealt with. Very few of them. He said, but I want you to know, Most High knows. You off in this truth, you know this. If you ain't this truth, know it, you know it too. Yeah, Most High knows your poverty, but you rich because you had the Most High power with you. All he wants you to do is follow his laws, statutes, commandments, and come out this world. But he wants you to come out this world. He wants you to start following his laws. He wants his, people to be holy just like him. So we're gonna go to Revelations 3:9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, will say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. It's just say, like I said, them people over there, they know who they are. Okay, let's go on. They know they are. Everybody in the world know who they are. They know it, but they know they on stolen land. They have stolen identity. And whether you know it or not, they finance our slave trade. This was their plot from the very beginning. They financed the slave trade. They knew what they was doing. They know when they them Grecians, when they went over there to buy slaves, they knew exactly who they was buying. Hebrew Israelites. They knew they weren't buying no Africans. Africans wasn't for to sell their own people. Why you think nobody never came for us? Why you think nobody never said anything in the UN and NATO and all that? They did that for them so-called Jewish people when they was killed over in Auschwitz over in Germany for what Hitler done to them. But see, thing about that, their own people financed that too. All that was political. Like just for they can get their hands on some of the resources them rich resources over in the Middle East. See, no, then the 80s, Russia, they had to fight against Russia. You know, U.S. was aiding them against the fight against Russia. This is like, Russia was fighting them back then. And with the U.S., ran Russia up out of there. Well, now, this is a whole different day. Now Russia trying to rebuild the USSR, United Socialist Soviet Republic. Once again, they wants to be, a communist. Just like China, that's communist. Cuba, that's communist. That's why they had an embargo for over 50 years with Cuba. That's why Cuba's so poor, At one time, Cuba was rich, that because the mob had, Lucky Luciano, Meyer Lansky, they had the gambling records over there, And then when Fidel Castro, did a coup, and took over the government, he ran them gangsters up out of there and tore up all their gambling machines, And so, and then, just further educate, they had this thing called a Bill of Pigs. That's when the CIA tried to assassinate Fidel Castro, and using mob before, using the mafia to do it, but they failed. So when they failed, they put embargoes upon them. Once they saying they was a communist country, they do no type of business, trade, commerce, or nothing with them. That's why back in the 80s, you used to see them come over here in droves, They used to hit Florida and all those places, all up on the East Coast, wherever they can go, but most of them settled, over there in Florida. They even have a place over there called Little Haiti, Little Cuba, Little Cuba, and Little Haiti. And that's where all they mostly went. Haiti, Levi, and Vanessa, that's basically where they went, into Florida. But he said he knows those Jews that's from the synagogue and Satan. All they do is, and then their main source is not the Holy Bible, not the 1611, not even the King James version. They go under the Babylonian Talmud, which is so off the mark. Don't even, not even the words of mine. They do not believe in Jesus and Yahweh Shai Mashiach. They do not believe in him. They got the first 5 books of Moses, which they've done doctored, to say something else, to fit, to make sure the rest of the world never find out about those curses that was going to befall them if they, if we didn't keep the law, statutes, commandments. No, they want that hidden because they know people look at that and say, "Hey, how this fit you? You over the banking? You over the entertainment? Hey, they say these people they say you just had, you just was over there in Germany a few years to the U.S. Can't say and scripture don't say another nation gonna save you. Say the Most High was gonna deliver you. So the United States delivered, United States and their allies delivered you. So they know. And the Most High exposed them right here. They from the synagogue of Satan. They are not no holy people. I know you see them up there, with they carpenters, got their beards, they got their little yarmulke on their head, we ain't wearing no yarmulke, we wearing no beards, boots, and braids, all day long, Well, that's them trying to be us, and they can't be us because they're not of us, Let me see. We're gonna go to Ezekiel 18 and 32. You trying to get I gotta have time to get stuff, but that's why it's so important, to come into this truth, but you can learn about who you are and all that stuff. You celebrate out of the world. You get to learn, why is frowned upon because it was always something very, heathenistic, something so sadistic, something so immoral. That's why we have our own holidays, and it's all holy, all in brotherhood. Let me see, Ezekiel 18:32. For I have no pleasure in the death of him that dieth, said the Lord God. Wherefore turn yourselves and live ye. So he telling you right now, he don't get no joy out of his children being wicked and die. That's not the Most High. He gets no pleasure seeing his children die. He can care less about the rest of these nations. That's what y'all need to start learning. Get out the Stockholm syndrome. Forget these other nations. Love that black man, that black woman. Love that Hispanic man, Hispanic woman. Love that Latino man, Latino woman. Love that First Nation man, First Nation woman. Those are your brothers. Those are your sisters. That's who you love. Damn these other nations. Damn Edom. Damn Ham. Damn the Elamites. Damn Amalek. Damn all those nations. Love your own. Love your own. That's what they're here for. That's what he was talking about. Forgive their trespasses. He wasn't talking about them other nations. He was talking about your own brothers and sisters. But that hoe up in that Christian church got them blinded you and got you believe you talking about the other nations. No, you talking about that person that look just like you, who's suffering and hungry just like you, one that's trying to stretch a dollar, for a whole month, just like you. Somebody got to get up and bust their tail every day, just like you. One going through these curses just like you. That's what he was talking about. That's exactly who he was talking about. You want to talk about no other nation. I'm going to go to 33, Ezekiel 33, and 11. And this is back up Ezekiel 18:32. And Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 11, it reads, say unto them, as I live, said the Lord God, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but that the wicked turn from his way and live. Turn ye from your evil ways. For why will ye die, O house of Israel? So he's talking to Israel, not the other nations. He's talking to you, black man. Out there killing your brother, demeaning your sister. He's talking to you, Hispanic man, Hispanic woman, Latino man, Latino woman, First Nation man, First Nation woman. That's who he's talking about. That's who Israel. If you ever want to know who Israel is, pick up this Bible and you'll find out. You fit these scriptures. And you'll see those Yiddish people do not. That's why they call themselves Jewish, because they want to be a Jew. It's been said many times throughout the ISUBK. Even Hitler knew they wasn't the real Jews. Even Hitler said America turned God's people into slaves. Hitler knew. Just like everybody else around here knew our history except for us, because it was beating out of us. So very few of us knew our history. And not until not until Albert Bivens, and after his death in 1969, the ISP came up and started teaching people about who they are. Because like I said, a bunch of people don't want to hear this. They don't want to hear that they are the 12 tribes. They believe the 12 tribes, those people right over there in Israel right now. They throwing their heritage away. They throwing their heritage away. They won't turn from their wicked ways. They say, oh, you gotta die. I gotta die or something. Man, you wanna play with the Most High like that? You wanna play with the Almighty power like that? You wanna die or something? Man, He might not let you die of a heart attack. He might give you 17 different diseases, 17 different ailments, and all of them hurting you, all at the same time. You never feel good. Why you saying, hey, I gotta die or something? Everybody gotta die, live life to the fullest until I'm gone. Most High gonna forgive me. No, He's not. Because He's telling you right here and there, I don't get no pleasure out of seeing my children, die in their sins. I want you to turn to me. Start following my laws, statutes, and commandments, that you may live. They don't want you talking that silly talk, I'm for to live life up, you only live once, No, that ain't what the Most High about. When you living for Him. You living to show Him that you worthy of His, that you worthy of Him. Not that you out here, smoking cigarettes, smoking marijuana, doing all types of drugs, sleeping with all types of people, or you got that alternative lifestyle where you're a man in love with another man, or you're a woman in love with another woman, something evil is that. So Most High say He take no pleasure in destroying you for your ways. That's why I say turn from your wicked ways. He says turn from your wicked ways. Because why? Because you His people. He don't care what these other nations do. He wouldn't care if they marry, if an Edomite marry a horse. That's no concern of him. His. Like, hey, he was, he was an animal anyway. So he just marrying his type. That's how the Most High think. Just like when COVID came out, they said they was eating bat and pangolin. That was no concern to the Most High, because those not His people. That's Moab. That's Ammon. Those they was born out of incest. Well, they can never come into the, even though their forefather was, was Lot, they can't never come in. They can't come in. They can go into that Christian church and clap their hands and whatever they want to do, but they can't come off in here. And I Isupk under Commander General Holly, never ever. Never. They say until the 10th generation, they out of here, but they also, want to like, and then you got the Ishmaelites, let's talk about them for a minute, the ones every time you go to the store, you have to say, you have to wait about 5-10 minutes because he busy praying, then, and you ever notice they make all kind of money in our neighborhoods, but never put anything back. Never say, hey, we're gonna, since we done came up rich, up in this community, we're gonna open up a rec center for the kids. You'll never hear them saying that. Because they're not the chosen people, They the Israelite. They Israelite didn't get the promise. Isaac got the promise. He just got a blessing, from his father. We're gonna be 12 princes, great, and they rich over there. But they got like I say, let's go to verse 12. Therefore, thou son of man, say unto the children of thy people, You hear that? He says, son of man, say unto the, say unto the children of thy people, not everybody else, thy people. The righteousness of the righteous shall not deliver him in the day of his transgression. So you hear that? If you get caught up in your sins, you're going to die in your sins. So keep living it up and not want to listen to us. Fight your flesh. Fight them demons. If you don't know how to fight, come into the Isupk, we'll teach you how to fight. As for the wickedness of the wicked, he shall not fall thereby in the day that he turneth from his wickedness. Neither shall the righteous be able to live for his righteousness in the day that he sinneth. That's why he wants you to turn from your wicked ways. Like I said, like everybody say, man, why God let this happen? Why my homie had to get shot? Why all this? Why all that? Why all that? No, hey, that's the Most High. He does what he wants. But for us being the people, he wants us to come back to him. That's why he came up with the Isupk, for you can be under one body. I know you see plenty of Hebrew Israelite groups. We have no affiliation with any other group at all, and never will. The Isupk started this, and when they want to come back, come on back. But we're not joining you. You got to come to us. You have to come back to us where you learn, where you got the 12 tribe charts, where you got the breakdowns and precepts and all that. You didn't come up with it. The 7 heads came up with it. Our Bivens came up with it. You just came in and learned a little bit, then skipped to the Maloop. Wasn't start your own thing. Orders to come from the general, all camps are ordered to come together. Before we could be one. It ain't supposed to be all these different, camps out here. It's supposed to be one camp. That's the Isupk. I'm the Commander General. But why? Because you're wicked. You care about power. You ain't want to con, I don't want to con. You wanted to do your own thing. You had the means to do your own thing. That's why every time, some come up, they always say Hebrew is like, call out their name, call out their school name. Call out their school name, put them on blast. Commander General shouldn't have to be explaining nothing just because some other fake camp done did something. He should not be having to explain for his organization. He should not have to explain what some old wildcat done did. But that's what he got. But that's what this kind of man he is. Makes him, make us look bad. But go to let's see. We're going to Isaiah 14:1. Isaiah 14:1. And it reads, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel. You see, just the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and choose Israel. See, Jacob's name was changed to Israel, and we are his children. I mean, have you ever just found it funny, just sidebar for a minute. You ever just found it funny how they, when Esau and Jacob was born, how they describe Esau being red like a hair garment, but they never said anything about Jacob, what he looked like. Just say that he was holding on to his heel, you know, and because and why, and then they could like to call Jacob a thief because he stole Esau's inheritance. Esau sold his inheritance for some raw meat. He was so hungry, he said, "Ain't the birthright? They ain't gonna do me any good. I'm about near death. I gotta have something to eat." He couldn't even wait for it to get done. And when he did that, that's when his name got changed to Edom. Or you think they like to eat? They steaks and meats, with the blood coming out of it. They're animals. They say you could taste what the animal ate. Like you want to taste what that animal ate. No, ain't no 12 tribes like we don't want to taste all that. We don't want to taste that type of flavor. Cook mine till it's burnt. If you have to, I don't care, but hey, I don't want to see nothing red coming out of it. But that's the kind of people you're dealing with, Let me finish reading this. And that's for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. So, so this war got to happen because we're going back to Israel. He ain't forgot about us. He ain't forgot about us at all. He's going to put us back in our own land. He's going to put us back in our own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for service and handmaid. So, just like they had us in captivity, guess what? They gonna be in captivity. We gonna have them for service and handmaids, just like they had us. I said that, and they trying their best to offset prophecy. They got they got their theologians, think tanks and all that going on, going over these scriptures, going all over the breakdowns and all that. They trying to do everything they can to hold on to power. Why you think they got a space program? Even though you never seen one. Like IFOs, or UFO. They done seen them. I haven't. But they trying to do everything to get ready to battle the Most High in a fight they had no chance of winning. They had no chance of winning. And it said, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So we're gonna rule over our oppressors. Everybody that has, which is the whole entire earth, every other nations. About 17, 18 up nations that had us, we gonna have them. Yes, we just gonna have them. It's gonna be our time to shine then. It's gonna be our turn to rule. But you can't rule it being on no good filter center. You gotta come into this one body. You gotta come into the truth. You gotta take off that old man, put on that new man. You ain't gonna do it off in that Christian church. Like no, just say everybody off in there. You got a few of them in that's right, but they misguided. They truly trying to do something, but they in the wrong thing. They need to be in ISUPK, but through generational curses, the only thing they know is to join a Christian church or join Roman Catholicism or Buddhism or Islam. That's all they know. The Most High gonna open their eyes one day, but they can come on back, and getting this truth. Then they get to see, what they need to be doing. Because, like I said, I'm always around Christians, my family. They always talk, well, what can I do, to please the Most High? And I just say the obvious, follow the law, statutes, commandments. No, I ain't talking about that, I like, that's how you do it. You want to please them, start following these laws, statutes, commandments. I said, you're not gonna do it in the church because nobody else don't do it. I said, first of all, might want to put that pork chop down. You might want to stop eating that bacon. You might not want to attend the crawfish boil they're having this summer. You might not want to eat that. You might want to leave that shrimp alone. And quit eating that red lobster. Go to Leviticus and see what you're supposed to eat and what you're not supposed to eat. No, but see, that's too hard for them. That's an impossible task. How is that impossible? When some of us was the worst of the worst. But now we preach the prophets, If we can do it, you can do it. So, since you claim you was so good, if you're that good, you shouldn't have. This should be easy. Come on off into this one body. Start following these laws, statutes, commandments. Get in all black. You already got to learn. Now you got to learn again. This should be easy for you, but no, you won't do it. You won't do it at all. You will not do it because you have you stiff neck, hard head. Don't believe that following the law, statutes, commandments is important. They don't believe that. They just think we just talking just to be talking. When it says it in the Bible, see this way they don't read the Bible. They don't take time out to read a few scriptures. And see, and then if you go to Hebrews chapter 9, verse 15, they always talk about, by Christ, when he came, when he came and died, all the laws and statutes and commandments died on the cross with him. So you ain't got to follow that, which is a lie. Because after Christ died, his disciples still followed the law. Paul followed the laws. Everybody after him followed the laws. We go to Hebrews 9 and 15. And for this cause, he is the mediator of the New Testament, that by means of death, for the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament. Now, who was under that first testament? Not the people over there in Israel. Well, nobody but black and brown over there. They say, whatever you say, we'll do. We the one had that blood sprinkled on us. It wasn't them, and they know it wasn't them. It was not them at all. For the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament, they which are called might receive the promise of eternal inheritance. And that was our promise. Follow these law, statutes, commandments, because we was under that first covenant. So we was under this. Now we under the second covenant. That's for the black man and black woman, the Hispanic man, the Hispanic woman, Latino man, Latino woman, First Nation man, First Nation woman. Not no other people but us. Lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. And and then you got, and this is what I never understand. I mean, I said this before, like I said, you got this tribe over Africa called the Igbo tribe. that's holding a claim to fame of being the the lost 12 tribe of the nation of Israel. I'm trying to figure out which generals talk on it, and we'll go further into who are these people? Who are these people? And then and then if you was part of the 12 tribes, I don't think you would call yourself Igbo. You would be you'd be Judah or Benjamin or somebody like that. What's an Igbo? You know, you don't even call yourself from the name of the family. The Igbo tribe. Who are you? You know, that's it's just something that I look at. We're gonna go to Hebrews 8 and 8. In Hebrews 8 and 8, for finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, said the Lord, the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Verse 9, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt. Now you done heard, like the people over in Egypt were black people. Okay, the magicians black. We were black and brown over there in Egypt. It was not those people over there in Israel now, that call them Israelites. I said, oh, you calling us Israelite like we still slaves. That's what they say, because I met an Israelite before. I met one before. And they do not like being called Israelites, because it's like still being called a slave. So that's why I'm glad I found out those people was not. Well, like I've been told, like I was taught, they was God chosen people. We come to find out, I'm God chosen. My people was God's chosen. So he said, for finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, said the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. So he made a new covenant with us. We was there for the old covenant, and we're here for the new covenant. That's why this war going down, because it's going to bring the cover off all those lies that they've been spewing, all that propaganda they've been putting out, that we're a bunch of clowns and suits, yelling and hollering, false prophets. I mean, we finna see who the false prophets are. We finna find out. Verse 9. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, said the Lord. Verse 10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord. I will put my laws in their minds and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. So the Lord God gonna put law, statutes, commandments in our heart and in our minds. All through our inward part, we're gonna walk, live, breathe, talk these laws, statutes, and commandments. We're gonna live it. We are going to live it. Like I said, no war going on. Everybody no scared. They're gonna push the button. Let them push the button. Push it. Okay. Go ahead, push it. Go ahead, go to DEFCON 5. Let's go and get it over with. Because that's what they don't. They don't want that because they know what it means. They know what all that means. We're going to Jeremiah 14 and 2. You know, Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof language. So Judah, we mourn, and the gates, you know, our black leaders, they ain't doing a thing. You know, they supposed to keep us and set up laws, set up laws to help us. They haven't done any of that. We have been sold out by our own. That's why we're mourning. That's why we mourning. You know, and we at the gates language because our black leaders ain't doing nothing but getting fat, waxing fat, getting rich. And they are black unto the ground. We're in a bad condition. We are black unto the ground. That's a right there. That's a condition. You know, just man, I just feel dark days ahead. I'm black, man. That's a condition. And the cry of Jerusalem is going up. This went up to the Most High. He hears us because we follow these laws, statutes, commandments. He hears us. Why you think he brought in this COVID? Why you think Russia ready to invade one of the countries trying to become NATO? They just waiting. Stalling. See who go first, make the first move. And once that first move made, look out. Be made, look out. If you go to let's see here. Leviticus. Let's see. Leviticus 20 and 26. And Leviticus 20 and 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that you should be mine. So that's what we're never supposed to be part of these nations, other nations. We're supposed to be with each other. We wasn't supposed to make, just like, we wasn't supposed to make marriages with them or anything like that. Only thing we're supposed to be doing was business and commerce. And that's all. As far as have anything to do with them, nothing. Let's go to Deuteronomy 7:3. Deuteronomy 7:3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto thy son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. Verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. Most High don't play you serving another God other than him. Even though it ain't nothing but wood and stone, it can't talk, it can't walk, it can't, speak. What's the thing about you giving your time to another God instead of the Most High God? That makes it very angry. Well, verse 5, but thus shall you deal with them. You shall destroy their altars and break down their images and cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire. Verse 6, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all the people that are upon the face of the earth. And there you go right there. He chose you, Israel. He chose you, black man, black woman, Hispanic man, Hispanic woman, Latino man, Latino woman, First Nation man, First Nation woman. That's who You are who he chose to be his own special people. Read it in Leviticus 20:26, and here it is in Deuteronomy 7:6. You his chosen people, not those people over there in Israel right now. I know it, things are a little off right now. You're struggling and all that. Things are gonna get better. But if you don't get tried, how's you know what you're gonna do when times get hard? You have to go through the trials. You gotta gird yourself up. And there's no strength, and past the pork chop, you don't have no strength. If there was all he want to do is lay hands, act like he done healed you, and all that, and get your money. But you're a chosen people. Come from out of that place, Gonna go to John 15:16. John chapter 15, verse 16. Ye have not chosen me. So this is the Most High speaking, but I have chosen you and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye should ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you. How was I telling you? You're chosen. The Most High, you didn't choose the Most High. Most High chose you. So be as long stiff neck and hard head as we are, we still got chosen. As a rambunctious and unlearned as we are, we still got chosen out of all the nations on the face of the planet. And we the fewest of all the nations, on the face of the earth. But he said we're gonna children of Israel will be like the sand of the sea. Can't be numbered, or counted. That's gonna be us. Let's see, like I said, like they tell you, the Most High chose you. You ain't choose him. You're right. That's one thing they write about. He chooses you. Now it's up to you to find out what he chose you for. And that's what the Isupk for. He gonna teach you. They will teach you what he chose you for. He ain't teach you to be clapping your hands up there, shouting and dancing and all that. He ain't choose you for that. He chose you to learn this word, for you can be able to teach this word yourself. For somebody else to hear you and you bringing them in. That's what he chose you for. To bring his people back unto him. To bring his people back unto him, because we scatter everywhere, and everybody ain't off in the truth. They off in Christianity, Islam, Roman Catholicism, Scientology, or some of them just straight up atheists, or they Mormons, or every any kind of religion you can name, they off in them, So that's our people, and we got to save our people, That's why I say, just why Zephaniah, or that's why you always hear the Isupk bring out Zephaniah 21. You know, gather yourselves together. You know, yeah, you gather yourselves together. Oh, they should not desire. You got to realize you're not desired. And then you up there following the same religion that was taught to you as slavery. Don't they ain't never ran across your mind? Not no. See, back then you didn't know anything. So not everything out. You know they got you got the internet where you can pull up stuff and they can show you that you still following the slave master's religion. And here we giving you your own religion that you came out of what you came out of Egypt with. Your laws, your records, everything. Who you know, what tribe you from, and everything. You are the tribe, whatever your father is, that's who you are. But a lot of them like say, the mother, it's the mother. Man, mother, a woman ain't nothing but a vessel to hold a child in, because a man is not built to hold a child. To carry a child, now we can't carry a child. Our anatomy is totally different from a woman, but we plant seed. So like you plant an apple seed, it's gonna be an apple. That's why it's who your father is. You get a DNA test, they're gonna say, they're gonna have 1% of the mama and 99% of the father. They say you are there, I don't have plenty of, so I know, what you are, what your father is. Just like they hold on to the immaculate conception. They deify, made Mary into a saint, like the Catholic, like old Mother Mary full of grace and all that junk. They pray to Mary. That's what further let you know, that place is a synagogue of Satan. You praying to all these different saints when there's only one creator. He didn't make them saints. Y'all made them saints. That's something that's y'all tradition. Just like, just like I have to find out, there was a guy named Valentine that Claudius, he was the emperor of Rome at the time. He was looking for soldiers that wasn't married, so he passed a law that you couldn't marry for you could be better fighters. And there was this guy Valentine secretly marrying people, and he was trying. He tried to get Claudius to convert over to Christianity. Claudius said, "No, you denounce your faith or die." So he chose death, and it made him a saint. So you got Saint Valentine's Day. Just crazy stuff. Roman folklore. Just Roman folklore. Let me see here. We go to Malachi. Let's see. 3 and 6. Malachi 3 and 6, and it reads, "For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed." So Most High, this word changed not. He said, "Hey, you follow my law, statutes, commandment, that ain't changed. You do that, I'm gonna do exactly what I said I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bless you." That's why he said, "Yeah, you won't be consumed because you follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. You love your brother like you love yourself. You ain't just saying you're about that. You living like you're about that. So like I said, Most High ain't changed. He ain't changed the thing at all. You know, just like it goes back to you know, like they said, the law, statute, commandment died with Christ. No, they didn't. Like Lord said, He changed not. So that didn't change. Why you think, you know, when you read, they follow the laws. You know, like I say, quit being, you know, quit being fool, and don't, you know, and have a little strength about you when things get hard. This is not gonna be no easy walk, because everybody is against this. Because you know, because they get cut every time you pull up. Every time you can pull up a milk scripture and cut them down. You know, you put up something simple as the milk scriptures, we cut them down. So I don't change. I ain't none of you. I don't change. So that means His laws didn't change. That means His law, statute, commandment did not change. If He ain't changed, you know, His law, statute, commandment ain't changed. You know, I know it's hard for a lot of people to grasp, but that's what it is. You know, they are, you know, the minute they learn that who the Most High really is, that's who the bet. That's when they'll get better. But since they refuse to come into this truth, they'll never learn. They'll never learn. They want a song and a dance and a feel and be feeling good, you know. Then go back, you know. Then at the church, go back living their normal sinful lives, and until the next Sunday, go back up in church, or go on Wednesday Bible study. Then go back to their sinful lives. You know, that's them. You know, that's not us. We don't live that way. Hey, we all follow these laws, statutes, commandments every day. We live it every day. And you know, like 1 John 5:3, you know, His laws not grievous. You know, trying to do them, they're not hard. If you know, if you actually get out there and apply yourself and say, hey, I'm not gonna do this no more. I'm not gonna do that no more. Then it's not hard because you don't want to do it. Let me see. Deuteronomy 32, verse 7. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee. Thy elders, and they will tell thee. So that's why, you know, good to catch these classes, you know. So you can learn from those, you know, for those elders, you know. You know, you can learn all this stuff that was that you missed, you know. You know, that you missed, you know. So ask thy father, he will show thee. That's why good. That's why General Muhammad always say, hey, got any questions? Or Captain asks, you got any questions though? You know, always ask questions. Can't do that in the Christian church. None of that. You ain't finna ask nothing up in there. Up in Isupk, you are free to ask whatever you want to. Verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when He separated the sons of Adam, He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Verse 9. For the Lord's portion is His people. Jacob is the lot of His inheritance. And they letting you know who His inheritance is. Jacob. Israel. That's you. Black man, Hispanic man, Latino man, First Nation man, that's you. Get up and come into this one body. Get up and come into this one body and further your education. Learn to be proud of who you are and your history. Your history, you know, is of course not with the Spaniards. It's not with Spain. It's not with the conquistadors. Judah. You had nothing to do with those bone eating Africans. You just was living over there. Levi, Benjamin, we were just all living over there, chilling, had our own government and everything. They just hated we was rocking it better than they would. But we always been at war with those folks. That's why it was no surprise. We always was at war with folks, and those curses followed us. And then Deuteronomy 28:6 said that was gonna happen. We're gonna be sold. We was going into slavery again. It said we was going. That was scripture. Written probably 500 years ago, that we was going back into slavery. But it was the only thing with this slavery, when nobody gonna be able to redeem us. It was no getting out of this one until it was over. And it took about 500 years for it to be over. That's how long we were slaves. We built up everybody's civilization. But it's our time coming where, hey, they're gonna have to do the same for us. They're gonna be doing the same for us. They're gonna have to they're gonna have to they're gonna be up under our whip. Yeah, they're gonna be up under our whip, and we're gonna be telling them what to do. Exactly. You better believe it. I know this kind of seems like it's far-fetched. Like, man, we've been slaves so long, well, now we gonna have slaves. Yeah, we're gonna have them. Yes, we are gonna have them. That's scripture. We're gonna have slaves. We go to 2nd Ezra 6:56. And they don't like when you tell those scriptures. They don't like it. They hate it. They don't want to hear, because they know they believe in this Bible. They believe, trust me, they believe in this Bible, and they know, we're not lying when we get out in these corners. That's why they just walk past. They know we're speaking the truth. We're going to 2nd Ezra 6:56. Why you think they always want to pick an argument? Y'all spewing hate. This ain't hate. They know it's the truth. They know they're going into slavery. They know the atrocities that they people are done unto the earth, and it's going to be payback for. It's going to be payback for. That's why they don't mind kissing our boots. Because they want to be they want to have some mercy when it goes down. They want the Most High to have mercy on. So they don't mind getting they don't mind getting down because they want that mercy. They know what's befalling them. They're no fools. They see the signs of the times. We go to 2nd Ezra 6:56. As for the other people, which also come up Adam, I have said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them until a drop they fallen from a vessel. So that's what Most High feel about those other nations. In case you ever wonder, you can play, hey man, China rich, Japan rich, the Arabs rich, man. The Jewish rich, the white man rich. Of course. Most High made them that way. Boy, you can bring them down. Right in your face, right in your face, you're gonna bring them down. Just like that scripture say, oh Lucifer, how high have you fallen? That's gonna be their presence. He's gonna be, son of the morning here, he gonna fall. Oh, and Most High done that. He gonna do it right before your eyes. Before he can show you his pride that he that he is the power. He's going to show you that he is the power, not him. Now we can go to Amos 3:1. Now this, I don't know, this is going to let you know that he was talking about only Israel. Amos chapter 3:1. Hear this word the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I have brought out of the land of Egypt, saying, verse 2, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. But to let you know, he only dealt with one people. He only had law, statute, commandments for one people, and that's you, Israel. That's you, 12 tribes. You the only people he ever dealt with. He didn't deal with Edom. He didn't deal with Amalek. He didn't deal with the Elamites, Moabites, Ammonites, Cushites, Hamites, Japhites. None of them. None of these laws was meant for them. They can follow them if they want to. It'll be null and void. Because they are not a 12 tribe. They are like they're spittle unto him. He don't care nothing about those other nations. And when you stop caring about them, the better you can be in coming to this one body. Forget them other nations. Love your own black brother. Quit shooting each other. Quit killing each other. What, you like a jail cell or something? Somebody jail turns you on? Somebody, getting counted 3 and 4 times a day turns you on? That nasty food, you like it? You can be out here living free, eating on a grilled burger. You sure ain't getting no burgers off in there? They ain't gonna feed you nothing but some beans and some rice. Then you don't even get a glass of Kool-Aid with it. You get some bitter water. Then it's back to your cell. You still hungry. But like I said, start loving your own. Yeah, start loving your own. This is the most important thing. Love your own people. We go to Isaiah 45. Isaiah 40 and 15. That's wrong with our people right now. We don't love each other. So that, and that's the trick. That's the trick of the oppressor. He made us not like each other. He pitted us against each other. So all that comes from this guy named William Lynch. He wrote a letter to all slave owners, about a system that he came up with to keep his slaves under control. He pitted the darker skinned slaves against the lighter skinned slaves. That's one thing he did. He just, he had a system that was flawless and it worked. And it's still working. We still hate each other. So, how can we be a mighty power when we're against each other? Because that's his greatest strength, keeping us separated. Long as we don't come together as a whole nation, yeah, he good. As long as it keep you believing, in Christianity, he winning. That's why we here. That's our job, to teach you, that Christianity is not where it's at. We go to Isaiah 40 and 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing. So they let you know how you feel about these other nations. And his love is only for you. So why you can't show the same love to your brothers and your sisters? Most High don't have nothing to do with no other nation. I know you see they rich, they powerful, they this and that, and you no don't have two nickels to rub together, but he loves you. He wants you to start following his law, statutes, and commandments. That's what he wants. Then then you become a rich nation. How can you become a rich nation and you won't follow the law, statutes, commandments or your most high power? But you really follow Christianity all the way to the end. So you got to think about that. We'll go to 16. And Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beast thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. Verse 17. I mean, he said Lebanon ain't worth worth the burn. Lebanon over there in the Middle East. He said Lebanon ain't even worth the burn. He said neither they animals. It's over there. They ain't good for a burnt offering. I don't even want it. Verse 17. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing, and vanity. So vanity is nothing. See, and you see how what the Christian church kept from you? These scriptures that they don't teach you. You would never hear it. You would never ever hear these things come out their mouth. Because they know they're going to have a load of questions. So see, then he got to explain who the Israelites is. Then you're gonna be looking through Deuteronomy and say, hey, these people that live in Israel now, they don't fit these prophecies. These prophecies are gonna follow them all the way to their death. But yet these people over here rich. You're trying to talk about that Holocaust. No, them slaves that came over this ship, that was the true Holocaust. That Holocaust wasn't nothing. They were sold out by their own people, and then they didn't last that long. They didn't last hundreds of years. Like I said, they got redeemed by the oppressor, the other oppressor. They got redeemed by them when the Most High supposed to be your redeemer. We're gonna go to Psalms 147 to 19. Psalms 147, 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and judgment unto Israel. Verse 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgment, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. So praise ye the Lord that he didn't deal with the mother nation. No matter how mad he got with us, no matter how he threw us away, he still didn't deal with no other nation. Because of the promise he made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He kept his promises. Like most I said, I changed not. I may have put you away for a minute, but I took you back into my loving arms. Trying to start following these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's all it is. They say, say, this is the whole conclusion of the matter, love the Most High, love and fear the Most High with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul. Love your neighbor also. That's the whole duty. That's your whole duty. But y'all act like that's impossible to do. Because you know why? because you're not learning, you're not being taught that to love your brother. Not being taught to love your sister. Not being taught to love your own people. You taught to look at people living a certain type of way. So man, I don't want nothing to do with them. There's a reason we like that. When we was pitted against each other by every, all through our captivity. Do you know what doing the Roman? We was on the Rome. We was the ones out in there fighting in those arenas. That was you, black man, Hispanic man, Latino man, First Nation man. That was us off in them arenas. That was us fighting them tigers, lions, and bears. That was us fighting to the death. That was us entertaining Caesar. And all that. That was us. Fast forward to the slavery off in America. They pitted us against each other here. We can't even get along with each other. All because, like I said, the William Lynch letter. Like I said, that's their main job, to keep us separated. As long as they can keep us separated and being a people, they winning. Stop letting them win. Come into this one body. That's the Isupk, and learn how to be a soldier and love your people. Get off that. Get that jealousy out your heart. Get all that jealousy out your heart. We go to Matthew 12:29. That's a thing about it. What can the oppressor do? But see, the oppressor, biggest thing, like back in the 70s, he took the black man out the house. So you can destroy your family structure. He got you. In Matthew 12:29, he said, or else, how can one enter into a strong man's house and spoil his good, except he first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house? And that's exactly what he did. He bounded us, a strong man. Got us all locked up at what? Child support, alimony, spousal support, restraining orders, he don't bind us. Single parent homes now. Women say, hey, I can raise my kids by myself. I don't need you and all that. But they need your money. But they don't want you to raise your kids. And if you was like me, you couldn't even see your kids. You was just a walking, talking money order. Every month. You can't even see your kids. All you can do is hear about them. Today they growing, look just like you, all that, Can't even see them, and you ain't no more than 30 minutes from them, but we're not allowed to see them. I know that's, I don't know about any other brother. I know I had to go through that, I mean, I could, I didn't get to see a lot of my kids grow up, and they was nowhere for me. But like I said, I was a walking, talking money order. Send off them child support payments. We go to Daniel 7:23. 7:25. So this thing about it, this oppressor, he think he so God-like, because the things he was able to do off in this earth, he just don't know. He was alive to do that. Like I said, this is America is modern, modern day Egypt, modern day Babylon. Babylon fell. Assyrian fell. Persians fell. The Greeks fell. The Romans fell. The Ottoman Empire fell. Mm-hmm. And so will America. They're going to fall too. Let's see. Daniel 7:25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and dividing the times. Verse 26. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and destroy it unto the end. Verse 27. And in the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. Verse 28. Here too is the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my congregations much troubled me, and my conscience was changed in me, but I kept the matter in my heart. So that's Daniel telling you, hey, yeah, the president, he got it right now. All these nations, they got it right now. They have. But keep watching that news. You watching that news, as you see, World War III is getting here. One war finna start happening. And that's Russia trying to get back all the countries that turned into states and got away from the Soviet Union. He trying to bring them all back. There's God. Russia is God. Then you got Germany. You got France. That's Goma. Magog is like the Ukraine. All those different countries. They was all like I said, France was an American ally, but they messed over France over some kind of weapons deal, and took that deal from them, So who knows? Who knows what happened? France may, Goma may join the Soviets. Because nobody really likes the oppressor, okay? They do business with them, they deal with them, but nobody likes the oppressor anyway, Nobody likes them. This is my last scripture. We're going to Revelations 18:4. In Revelations 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God have remembered her iniquities. Now, as you see, war, we got COVID. COVID ain't went nowhere. We got all kind of promises that during 2020 that the summer was gonna kill COVID. Then we got promises that the winter gonna kill COVID. It's 2022, and we done had at least about 3 variants. Most I say, I'm not gonna come to you as a man. I was seeing the plagues of Egypt after. This is exactly what he's doing. Like you say, hey, this word stands. He against America. He hates America. And America hates him. It's gonna tell you, even though they say in God we trust, no, they don't. They God. They think they God. Okay, that's the God they talking about. They ain't talking about the God of creator of heaven and earth. They talking about themselves. That's who they talking about. they think they gods. They think, because they change time, season, you got daylight saving times and all that kind of junk. They got all the holidays they came up with and all that. They think they gods. And they think they're going to battle with God like they would battle with us. And that's not going to happen. God is a spirit. How do you fight a spirit? How do you fight an ever consuming fire? How do you fight somebody that created you and everything you see around you? Yeah, you had somebody build some buildings, or a tower or something like that. But far as that dirt, you didn't put that there. Far as the moon, stars, and the sun, you didn't put that there. Mountains, you didn't put that there. The oceans, you didn't put that there. You may have made some lakes and rivers somewhere, but you ain't put the seven oceans there. Hey, the Most High Power did that. You didn't make no animals. You made a hybrid some animal. But you didn't create it because it was an animal already there. The Most High created that. You just bred with another animal and see what you come up with. And even that is against nature. Like they bred a lion and a tiger together and called it a liger. It can't even breathe. We can't make a baby liger. Like I say, that's unnatural. One live in Africa, one live off in India. They never meet up. Two apex predators. They never meet up. One got he ruling over in Africa, he ruling over in India, over in Asia. That's where he ruled. All of they both have places where they rule it. And so it's time, as you see, it's time to come back and follow these law, statutes, commandments. If you've been slipping a little bit, it's time to reaffirm your faith. And come on back, No, I know it's hard. It's very hard. But you got to endure to the end. You can't, you can't walk away from this. So, you say you're a priest, you got to stay a priest. That's what you have to do. That's something not taken lightly. And that's my time. Priest and Officer 50 Yahal. I want to salute the brother. Shalom Bashim Shah Brakatah. And I want to salute the sister. Shalom Yahweh Shemar Thamba Shimra Shah. I want to say Shalom and Kwam Yashala.